guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Noxie, aka the girl on site, and it's so good to be with you. I hope you're well. So this is a new segment just in time with this new month, and all the ladies in South Africa know it's Women's Month. So I'd like to welcome you to what I'm calling the working woman's world. It's a new segment, and I just wanted to create a platform for us to just discuss everything to do with our experience as working women, and I'm sure people would think, is this even relevant? It's the 21st century, but it's crazy how the dynamic of this economy is such that the experiences of working women are that much different to the ones of working men. So that's what this segment is all about. We're going to just chat about our experiences and share them. I work in a male-dominated industry, but I feel like this discussion spans across, different sectors of the economy. So I'm looking forward to discussions in this segment, and I hope you are too. But anyways, just highlighting Women's Month and what that means. So basically, Women's Day in South Africa is on the 9th of August, and it commemorates the March of 1956, where about 20,000 women marched right up to the union buildings, just to protest against the past laws at the time, which necessitated black men and women to carry a passbook, and that was all a part of the racial segregation under the apartheid regime. So at that time, it was the women who gathered and decided to protest against it. So fast forward, all these years later, it's about 67 years. In South Africa, we just take the time not only to commemorate the 1956 march, but, we've just, kind of taken one day and turned it into a whole month of celebrating women. And be that as it may, in recent years, the burning question has actually been, what is there to celebrate? It's quite crazy, but you think, oh, it's Women's Month, let's celebrate women. But what is there to celebrate when, socially and economically speaking, just the conditions that women in South Africa are enduring are just, oh goodness, it's terrible. You think socially about the challenge, the gender-based violence that women are subject to here in South Africa, where, a South African woman is most likely to be killed by her partner at a rate 5 times higher than women across the world. The global average is far less than that. Economically speaking as well, 38% of households in South Africa are managed by women, and those households are 40% poorer than households managed by men. So it's a lot that we're dealing with as women in South Africa. It's quite sad as well. So when you shift from the social injustice at hand and look more at the economic dynamic of this country, the stats aren't so great either. The gender pay gap in South Africa is as high as 35%, and again, that's higher than the global average, which is currently 20%. So yeah, it's a number of things that we're grappling with as women. So when you think of celebrating Women's Day, Women's Month, what does it really mean for you? So as a young black woman in South Africa, I would say that the gender pay gap is, one of the biggest challenges I've ever had to endure in my career. Most often being the youngest and only female construction professional at an organization, it's meant dealing with, being completely undermined, and also just taken for granted, and needing to fight for what is so easily given to your male counterpart. We're doing the exact same job with the exact same skill set, and yet just because of what I look like, who I am, and what my gender is, it just means something completely different when it comes to the paycheck. So, for me personally, I've gone through my career on the principle that, I don't need to compete, instead just let my work speak for itself. And I think for me, that's when the conversation shifts, because your worth is undeniable because the facts speak for themselves, and it's a testimony to your capabilities, when you just sit back and let your work do the talking. And it's the primary reason, if I do say so myself, it's the reason that I've come as far as I have And it's the reason that every organization I've been a part of, I've been the youngest construction professional, amongst co-workers who are, 10 years my senior, for example. And I think, yeah, maybe it's my best piece of advice, just, don't overcompensate, don't, cause a scene and try and create this whole fuss about who you are and what you deserve. But, just sit back and show people, and do your job the best way it can be done. That's it. Do your job the best way it can be done. And that's how we thrive. It's not an easy road though. I mean, I think we all know how tough corporate South Africa is on women. I mean, even more so Black women. And I would say that Women's Month, it comes around and then it's just a little reminder that, let me just take a moment to just celebrate me, let me just take stock of, my journey and what I've been through, what I've overcome, and just motivate myself to keep going. I feel as if that's how I view Women's Month, and I look back and I realize that, for some, this was completely unimaginable. I mean, a young Black woman managing construction projects. Are you kidding me? So you realize that, wherever you are right here and right now, you've done a lot to overcome what held us back all those years ago. And we're so grateful to those women before us who challenged the system and made sure that today we can walk, live, and be ourselves freely and, just reach for our greatest desires. And I think that it's the perfect time to just realize that I think we need to celebrate us for sure, right? The call to celebrate women, celebrate ourselves, is really an opportunity to just take stock of your journey, to really love on yourself for everything you've been through, but also to just pat yourself on the back for everything you've accomplished, and just lastly, encourage yourself to keep going. And I just want to do that right here and right now. Just encourage you to keep going. Girl, you've got this. Let us keep at it, keep pushing, and do even more than what we could have ever imagined. So yeah, I really hope you take the time to celebrate yourself this Women's Month. I mean, it could be anything, something small or something special. I mean, I have the biggest sweet tooth in the world, so something deep fried and smothered in chocolate usually does the trick to just make me feel amazing. Or, I mean, ladies, we usually put it on the men to buy us flowers, but listen here, girl, go get yourself that bouquet. Flowers just bring so much vibrancy and color and joy into your home, so go ahead and do that. I love flowers, and every time I see them, sitting on the table, they make me smile. So it's things like that, girl. Just think of something to just, do something for you this month. So I really hope that you come up with something to do for yourself this Women's Month. Go on and head to the comments and let me know exactly what it is. I can't wait to celebrate with you. Let's do this together. Let's have the chat. Let's, go further in the discussion. But for now, I think I'll leave it here, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this chat. I definitely did. And I can't wait for us to expand on this discussion even more. But for now, please like, subscribe, and of course, share the content. And yeah, I'll be back soon. All right then, ladies. Happy Women's Month. Talk soon. Bye.